Right, you're right, Dad. So I thought I'd do a quick video for you, and the reason why I wanted to do a video for you is because I saw a couple of weeks ago at the beginning of the year this on Halma. Now you see it's been sort of going on quite nicely, uh, going up for a while. Let's see if I can find my brush here. It's going up quite nicely for a while. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And then it's had this massive drop down, which was a slight concern because it started up quite high and has plummeted down, and it's broken this low here, this recent low. Uh, so it's just something I sort of wanted to bring your attention to. Now, if you scroll out, you can see that these are the biggest two bars, like selling bars, that it's had for a very, very long time. Now, of course, if you did it on a percentage, you know, it's slightly different, but these are massive drops in price the last 2 weeks. So I wasn't sure. If I'm honest, I wasn't sure if you bought Halma or not in the end. So I thought, well, just to be aware, that's a bit of a concern for me. The next, because it's an uptrend, or it could be the start of a new downtrend. You don't know. Uh, if it broke this level here, about £21 or 21 pence, I'm never sure. Then you would, yeah, I'd start to be worried. So I thought I'd just do a quick review of your stock. So JD Weatherspoons uh, possibly has broken out of this downtrend that's been going in for the last since May. You can see it's been moving down. Possibly it's broken out of that. Be interesting to see. So that's good news. IAG again, it's found a bit of support here at this level here, and it's slowly, not much volume as you can see, but it's slowly going up. So that's slightly better news. Uh, these are all your big losers. So red is big losers. Blue is potentials. I never remembered if you got it. You need to send me your portfolio so I can update it. Green are the ones that you're doing quite well in. And obviously, as you can see, orange is big money invested. That's the important one to me because I don't want you to lose all of my inheritance. So this is her RKT. So it's nicely got up. Slightly concerned as it's gone up because what this shape shows is, I can get this shape shows here and here is it kind of possibly shows it's running out of momentum, and you can see this decrease in volume as well. So what it could mean is it could kind of tail off and then eventually fall down. All right, but so that's just something to be aware of. But it's obviously certainly November time was good. Boo. Now, Boo is one that this is your entry here. This is currently in a downtrend. As you can see, it broke down here. Low volume pullback, standard, and a massive drop. And what it's going to do is it'll consolidate around here. It might find support at these prices. If you look at historically, historically, there's a little bit there, but I'm not convinced, if I'm honest. For me, there's very little reason to see why it can't go. So you can see the volume decrease and then eventually continue further. So if I was you, I'd get out of this. I don't think this is going to be a winner anytime soon. If we look at your potentials, so we talked about Hammer, quite concerned about that. I can't remember if you got in or not with that in the end. So this is, for me, this is the price I'll get out at. If it hit here, I'll get out if you did get in. Senior, again, I'd have to look at the price. Doesn't seem to be, obviously it's kind of in an uptrend. It's a bit sideways, really. I'm struggling to work out what it's doing. It's gone up. Maybe it's found support here. So at this price here, because you've got this price pattern where you've got the small red one and the big green one, that's actually a nice reversal pattern on support as well. So that's quite good. Possibly it will go up further. Maybe you could keep that, I suppose. PFC still doesn't really seem to be doing huge amounts. Again, it's just sort of going up and down, up and down. There's no real direction to it. AHT, a slight concern of AHT, like nothing much, but if you looked at the obviously it's been on a massive uptrend. That has to happen, and possibly there's this thing called a double top here. Now, double top is a reversal pattern, and what that is it's broken here. It's tried to go up, it's come back down. It's tried to break this level again, this price again, and then come back down. Uh, that so that suggests to me that we're in. Hang on a second. There, that's better. That suggests to me. So you can see it's come up, come back down for a breather, tried up and failed. And in a week, it failed. And this pin bar here, the 6th of December, is a classic price rejection candlestick. And then it's carried on, making a new low, come back up, making a new low. This suggests to me it's in a downtrend as well, possibly in a downtrend. You've got a few levels, or a few lows that could act as support. I'd say about, if I can find here, possibly this level around here, because you've got the high there and you've got a low there. Maybe around that level. The 53, 54 pound level, perhaps it might find support. Time will tell. But certainly, yeah, it's been uptrending for a while. So, because there's one positive thing though is the volume's quite low, so maybe not. IMB's good. It's just broken out of this high here, so you can see you've got a resistance here. It's just broken out. So keep if you've bought that, happy days. Okay, your Canadian, you were on about this. You can see it's just broken this high here, which is pretty good. Okay, which is pretty good. So keep going with that if you're in. THS, yeah, interesting. Again, not really doing much for me, but it's not looking negative, I suppose. You've got this shape here. You've got this pattern here. It's maybe you're in. I'm not sure if you're in that. Here, okay, it's that support level still hold for Prem and touchstone. So you can see, I said if it broke below this, it might touch it again. Yeah, not overconfident. I still think this is a big level, which you should be respect. So the big winners. Let's see how your winners are doing. Yeah, so you got in here. It depends if you want to keep holding, but I've never been one to want to give back profits. That again, two negative, quite big negative bars, but it's still uptrending. And see how, if it were me on the short term, see how it copes when it gets to this level here, because you've got a bit of resistance there now, support. See if that works. If it breaks that level, then you've got another level. Oops, let's move it down here, perhaps. You can see you have the resistance there. So see how it copes, and then. But for me, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Really, you got in at this price. How much profits do you want to give off? These two negative bars would concern me, but yeah, that's up to you. Lloyd's looking good. We've broken out of the high here. It's going up. Happy days. This one. This is a very weird bar. At the minute, you can see it's above that high there, so I would keep that in. I'm not sure what that is. I think that might be a mistake. And then this one here, yeah, it's so it's obviously trended up. Massive rejection there. You could argue that it's in a slight downtrend now. Lower lows each time. But now it has pushed up there, so you could So I've got this range of prices there. So maybe it's broken out. Wait and see. Wait and see. Obviously, it's always going to go down a little bit after that huge rejection there. And the big money, this is the one that matters. So GlaxoSmithKline, whenever it gaps up, that's normally, obviously that's a good thing for you. So I think it's found resistance there at this price here. I think it's found a bit of resistance at this high. The fact that it's gapped up is obviously good news. So see how that reacts. But here, you've got this. It's a weird shape, to be honest. But you can see, like for me, the way I look at this is you've got a massive downtrend for a while, and you've got a bit of an uptrend here, but because it's broken down now. For me, the big level, there's a big sort of support level about here. If it breaks that high, or breaks that low, sorry, here, which is the most recent low, for me that suggests downtrend, pullback, downtrend, and again you've got these big red bars, which does concern me for this one. So just like I said, something you should be aware of. Like I said, if it breaks this low, then the downtrend continues, and you'll be looking at this low here. That's a possible area of support. So something to be aware of. Unilever. Oh yeah, Unilever. That looks like when that gap's down, that's a stinker. Now, Scott, if you look left, if it breaks this low here, and look, it could find support, don't get me wrong. If it breaks this low here, there's nothing stopping it from going all the way to here. And that looks like the next big support level. So that's something you might want to consider. Of course, you can, there's always the option of, you can buy at a cheaper price, double down on it, but up to you. Here we go. So we got in. I think you got in on this reasonably well. And again, I don't know what's happened in the British stock market. Maybe it's COVID or the Boris stuff has fucked it. Because certainly the 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks have been terrible for the British stock market. And again, this looks like it's found resistance here, so it's just gone back down. If it breaks down below this, I'd consider. And here we are, SGE. This looked quite healthy. I remember us talking about this a couple of months ago, and it doesn't look to be as affected by. It's not as bad as it could be, and it's on today's sort of performance so far. It's done all right. So I'd consider keeping that. So that's basically how I view your stocks at the minute. Obviously, send me an updated of your portfolio so I can just update the charts whenever. That'd be great. But cool. Okay, hope you're well, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.